What is your name?
My name is Liberty Emmanuel Udo.
Where are you from?
I'm from Akwa Ibom State precisely. I'm proudly an Akwa Ibomite, Ikotepene local government.
What is your target with the winning prize? If you are selected as the winner,
And what's my target for the winning prize? Well, basically, I've been looking forward to getting better gadgets for my recordings and the rest. That's because I'm someone with good taste, and I always try my best to make sure that every content I make and want to put out there must have quality and a good output.
tell us a little story about your life experience.
And about my life, well, story about my life. Well, growing up has been a very um, interesting experience because the way I view life is that life is actually an experience to get to the destination where you're supposed to be. So I've had parents who were able to train me in the fear of God and you know teach me some basic things about life, and I'm so grateful that I had such opportunity. But it has not been that easy. I've had challenges, no doubt. I've had challenges. So, but the fact that I am able to go through them and excel and experience some part of it has been a bit difficult, but I know that God has been able to bring me out and still put me, yeah, at a place where I wouldn't have to, stress too much to achieve what I needed to achieve. You get? So, like things like having to pay the distance between my home and where the studio is, because I always loved going to the studio, and where my church is also. Most times that's where I go to rehearse and practice and the rest of it. So the distance is always a problem, but I never allowed it to be a problem. I always make sure that it's either I trek to the place, you get, so it's either I trek to the place or I plan before time. You understand? I save some amount of money for my transportation and the rest of it. So I grew up in Cross River State. Almost all my life has have been in Cross River State, and man, it has been a very, very great experience living in Cross River State. Though it's kind of peaceful, not like other states, and but I still give God the glory for everything that's happened. Well, my advice to my fan out there is that no matter what you do, make sure you're consistent with whatever you're doing. Consistency is what brings you to where you've always aspired to be. So I will, gracefully advise my fans out there to make sure that you put in work and be consistent. Very, very important. And well, that's it for now. Thank you so much. Appreciate